Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
in the
in the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we're jumping into our review, late, but better late than never, of Ready to Love, Season 8, Episode 11, Meet the Family. Yeah. So if you haven't already, Shade Squad, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. I mean, I don't think it was a lot to get into. I mean, I think I foreseen that this was coming. But yeah, we'll tell y'all what happened in a second. Anyway, let's get into it and let's get shady. We're down to three guys. What did Tommy call them? The Thunderous Three. Obviously we know that's Phil, Quentin, and Morier. Smooth wave Morier, so I like to call him. And so Tommy tasked them to go introduce the ladies to their family. Is basically, as we know, that's why it's called Meet the Family. And Quentin has invited his cousin Darius to meet Lee, and Janelle, but he's gonna do it separately, obviously, because we know Janelle can't be in a room with any other women without possibly throwing shade or ripping somebody's head off. So they talk about how much they have in common. And Quentin talks about loving her sweet nature. Lee brings up how they haven't really had, time to have fun, especially on the getaway. And Quentin admits that it was hard trying to navigate things, at the house. And Darius even feels that Lee is a great vibe for Quentin, and that they're like kind of one and the same. But Lee is still on the fence about Quentin because she's like, I really just was not here for his behavior on the getaway because he was basically acting like he was in a whole relationship. And I was like, well, I feel her on that. And so basically, she wants to talk to Quentin and have a one-on-one, but she's glad the cousin likes her, and the cousin was like, yeah, Lee's dope, which we all know.
You're like, you heard what he said.
Right. She did come looking good though, with a T at the end.
You said what?
She did come looking good though.
She always does. She is. Lee is a baddie. Phil, he brought his Aunt Tammy and his cousin Janetta.
I put he brought his aunties
to meet Aries. So Aries got there. She has questions and concerns that she wants addressed. Aries lets Aries, Jesus Christ, says that they both connected with their father's passing, but she does have some reservations as far as stability goes.
That word was said a lot this episode
because it was never answered.
Okay.
I was getting.
I knew you was gonna be so fired up about this.
I was getting aggravated. She does tech sales. She makes money. Okay, and sir, we don't know what you do. So the fact she keeps on bringing up stability, you tired of hearing it. So just tell her what the hell you do.
I know. So shout out to Black Book. I was watching his live the other day, and Sean was on there saying how when she was out here in DC, they met up with her, and she was staying at the Waldorf Astoria. And so he was like, not everybody stays at the Waldorf, like in DC. Like she clearly has money, and he was like, I don't think Phil has Waldorf money. Like basically,
like there's a reason, and the reason why I was getting aggravated is because he made it seem like she's asking,
he has more to get than just money. He got love.
No. Okay. No. The reason why I got aggravated is because he made it seem like the reason why she wants to know is because she wants what he got.
He did kind of give that off.
She wants to make sure you got what she has or close to it. That's all. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. And the fact that you keep on skating around it, oh, this keeps on coming up. This is the third time. Because she still don't know what you do, my man. She still don't know if you can provide or meet.
Well, I think we see in the preview, what did he say? He was a comedian. That's what he said, his new venture.
because his career is laughable, probably. Um, so basically, she said that, she wants to make sure that their blended families, when they blend families, they're going to be in a good space, and I can understand it. Matter of fact, when I saw her leave the date, the type of car she had, I knew she had money. But now knowing that she does tech sales, I know she got brave.
Mhm.
She's good. She's in her good space.
And I think it's her business, which is even better.
See, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
I don't think she worked for nobody else. I think it's her.
She's on the wrong road.
Right.
Wrong road. Okay. So Phil
Look,
interviewed.
don't go chasing
She ain't.
waterfalls.
She ain't. She's trying to get right about this one. Okay.
She said, no, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to, Aries, okay? To the
So
beaches and
this
the
also,
villas.
he no, there was none of that for him. He's in a pond somewhere, girl. He ain't
You stupid.
no villas and no. So, basically, this is another thing that aggravated me. She's asking the aunt and the cousin where he is in this space, and he intervenes without giving an answer. Because, he says he doesn't understand why this keeps on coming up.
And he's starting to get annoyed by it, personally.
Take your broken annoyed ass on somewhere then. So, he says that he reinvented himself so he could get a better career. But what career is it? What do you do? The world wants to know.
Terrible.
So, he says because, I guess the last job that he had caused him to travel in order to make money, but, he felt the need to sit still for his son. So now he does something else. We just don't know what it is or have an idea if you're able to provide it all. Basically, he says that he loves so many things about her. She's one of the most beautiful, best women that he's ever met. She was like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just leave it there. We're going to leave it on this high note. All right, because we can see that he got a problem when money is being brought up. No, it wasn't him. I was gonna say, was it him with the Birkin? No, it wasn't him. But anyways, yeah, his
No, that
family.
was
Yeah,
Christopher.
yes, Christopher. I was about to say no, it wasn't Chris
Mm-hmm.
because Chris will let you know he got the bag. So no, it wasn't Chris. Christopher. Yes, let's clear that. So basically, his family really likes her. They feel that she's beautiful. She has substance. Um, But, now he's starting to have some reservations and wondering what it really is, what this question about stability is and why it keeps on coming up. Because it hasn't been answered.
Now he has
And
questions.
because he's broken, he don't want to answer it.
Well, that's not nice.
It's the truth.
So it's the truth. So, Nels hit on some very good points. Now, Morier has invited his cousin Aquanet.
And Cornette.
Oh, and Quinette. Okay. To meet Jessica and Kat. Now, Jessica is nervous, and Anquinette, and lets her know that
If
they're
it's easier, like she said, you can just call her Net because that's what I put.
net,
Net.
okay.
Or
And
cousin.
cousin. And basically she lets her know that the family is very direct. And they don't play about their cousin. And so, and they will call out if needed. And she
I ain't
does.
gonna lie, Jessica didn't seem phased at all. She's like,
Right.
I can
So
call some shit out too, homie.
so now right. So now the difference is on the other end, Kat seems to be smooth, relaxed, comfortable walking in. And says she's not worried about Jessica, where, Jessica felt it was like, oh, I don't really know. It's his family. This is, usually this is not till like later on when you're
And Ned actually said that she loved her beautiful energy.
right. So then they get into something about zodiacs while Jessica and is sitting at the table. And, she says that she's only dated Christian men. So again, the spirituality thing is coming back up. And she says she doesn't want any of that juju flowing in her direction. Basically, she says she wants them to be talking to the same person. Now, Kat talks about how she's very.
I'm sorry, real fast, because what got me is the fact that she's talking about how whatever they have going on, there's really no real red flags or concerns for her. but
That part.
they can, they can compromise and, come together on things, but it's I'm not doing this, I don't want this, and this, ma'am, you know, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. But go ahead.
If I wanted to stay on the show was a person. So Kat talks about how she's very into Morier's spiritual beliefs, and she seems to be checking all the boxes for the cousin.
Plenty
She
of
does,
green flags.
right. She doesn't care about kids. Jessica does. And his cousin says Jessica's a little uppity, but he says that she reminds him of his mom. And I said, I don't know. And then what is this? Because didn't Chris say the same thing? Or no, he said it about Aries. I'm sorry. But anyway, and so then the cousin thinks that basically Kat is a better fit for him, and I couldn't agree more. I just, Jessica's giving pick me because otherwise I don't know why you're here. You've made it clear that these things are not a thing
It's
for you.
it's so weird to me that they said that they talk on the phone all the time when it seems like they're so awkward in person. Right? Like, what do you like when they said that, I'm like, what do y'all have to talk about? Because in person it seems like y'all hardly
And
talk.
it seemed like y'all really ain't got that much in common.
Well,
Or at least, you know what, as we know, because there's a lot of things that we don't see, it doesn't come across the camera
at all.
at
Anytime.
all.
Like anytime they're together.
I actually think him and Kat are somewhat believable. She seems fun loving, ready to go, ready to, they seem a little bit more aligned.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking for a zaddy, a smooth wave Morier, okay?
Move Wave Morier. So then Janelle came to meet up with Quentin and Darius.
I did like her outfit. You was cute too, Janelle. You was cute. It was cute. It was like a little whole skirt joint. It was cute. It was a little one.
I don't remember. So they were both excited to meet each other. Janelle heard so much about him, just as he did with her. Apparently, his cousin Darius takes like all his pictures. I gotta go look at these pictures. See how he looking in them and see what a great job Darius does. Because apparently they all on IG.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look. But then he's talking about taking some engagement photos. Sir, wrong road. Wrong road. Now, she says that she was first attracted to him because of his authenticity and genuineness. Now she does mention how she wants to adopt, but if he wants to take his time, then some things may have to come off the table.
Mm.
Which has him feeling like, maybe him and Lee are more aligned in that area. Darius apparently picked up on the lovey-dovey eyes, just like she did, that Quentin was
He was giving
giving.
the loving glare. It was cute.
I ain't see it.
I saw it.
I ain't noticed it. I ain't even noticed it when she said it.
You stupid.
Now, he says that he was basically, he was giving the vibe like, that's my girl. Like, that's mine. I didn't get that vibe either.
I did. They do come across very natural.
Because they can talk, okay? They have, listen, they can talk, okay? That's it. That's all I see. Now, Quentin says that he just wishes.
Well, then you might be blind. I'm just saying.
I'm blind. I can't see.
Right.
You damn right. Quentin says that he just wishes she was a little bit younger. He says, Leah's great, and they still need to have the conversation since he didn't spend, he said, much time with her at the house, but really it was no time.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Then we see Nelson's favorite connection, Aries and Phil. They decide to go bike riding because he wants to address her concerns.
It's a cheap ass date.
Because he wants to address her concerns.
Because he can't take her to go eat.
No. He is overly, and they pay for the meal, so don't do that. He is overly.
You worried about somebody else? You worried about production? Sir, a problem. This is a
All
whole
right.
problem.
Don't do that to Phil. So
Y'all did it to himself.
he's overly annoyed, and Aries wants to introduce
First of all, let me just say this. Real
uh
quick, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Let me just say this because when you brought up the people from previous seasons, right?
hmm,
There have been people, especially the people that you brought up, that they were on the show. People didn't think that they had a job. They made it clear, I'm working.
right.
I got a job. I ain't about to get on this platform. I ain't about to get on TV and have you out here. Like, first of all, really, she can't be the gold digger because she got it, you don't. But two, you really giving Tommy, I ain't got no job, man. You over here talking about
He might be in between, and he's an entrepreneur. So
all these ventures. You don't belong on this show. And I want to know why the hell things was different. Things might have been different 4 months ago. And now all of a sudden you fell into money 4 months later. I don't understand. And if you did, what it is. What is it? We don't know you. She don't know you. Say what it is. Otherwise, you on this show looking broke and like you unemployed, homeboy.
well,
That's all.
you stupid. So yeah, Aries wants to also address how he plans to introduce her to his son's mom and kind of integrate the whole family dynamic. So they also talk about what they're looking for in a partner, and I thought that this was really like when she made this distinction, I was like, damn, Aries, you really be like listening for real. Cause that probably would have went smooth over my head. So Phil says that, he's looking for, somebody that has depth and laughter. And he likes comedy clubs and museums or whatever. He doesn't need much. And Aries like, no. See, I think you misunderstood because when I'm saying what you're looking for in a partner, I'm looking for loyalty
She
and
was like, I do that with my
security.
homegirls.
Right. And so Phil is annoyed once again from hearing that word and that it's all coming back to money. Aries says that they are connecting, but she needs to basically think with her head and not her heart because clearly she's done this before and admits that, that has been a theme in her past relationships. So her being a older woman or more mature woman, let me use that word, and having a better sense about herself and what she needs in life, she's not trying to set herself up again. And I totally have respect for that. I was like, we all sometimes want to do things because we want somebody, but then when we really look at it, it'd be like, that don't make sense. Is that really going to make me happy in the long run? So I'm proud of her for being like, nah, I'm good. But Phil is just so upset. And you know, he's like, if she wants to pull away, then she can go away. I said, well, she just might.
And she taking her bag with her because she don't need your non-existent one. So Lee met up with Quentin at the batting cages. It was awkward as hell when Quentin was giving her a quick little lesson and then just stood there and watched her fail. And then she had to ask for
No
help.
coaching at all.
Yeah, he's just sitting there watching. She's like, hello, help. Like, I bet you if it was Janelle, you'd have came right over with she wouldn't have had to say nothing.
Right.
It was awkward as hell. But when he did, he did get up a little close and personal because that thing was stinging.
It was
I
hard for
think
that thing, not the thing.
she felt a little poke coming through on you. Okay. He explains that, he didn't navigate the house as best he should have. And because, he already established a physical connection with Janelle, it was just easier for him to do. She told him that he was basically in a whole relationship in the damn house. You didn't navigate at all. You didn't try, sir. And she said that, she gets all that, but there's a certain level of respect that, she would want from her partner. And
basically, she don't want to play second to nobody.
He was given the vibe that he really didn't care. So, he apologized and said, that they are the two most authentic people there. And he sees some similarities in them. She said,
Oh,
no. This is sugar Nash.
Okay.
She said, I'm high.
I said, why would you think, even if they were, why would you think that was a good idea to compare the two ladies?
Because he young.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He
That's a
baby.
great answer.
He young.
Look at you caping for your boo. That's a yeah.
I'm gonna stick beside him, even though
Hmm.
he decided to go with than sugar. I'm just saying. She says the only thing that they have in common is that they're both Black women. I agree.
That's about it.
He said that he's not ready to make a decision yet because he does have a strong connection with Janelle, but they do as well, and he sees potential there. And she really ain't buying it. She really ain't here for it. She don't believe a damn thing coming out that man's mouth.
I wouldn't either. Based off his actions. Now Morier meets with Jessica to try and have another conversation about what happened at the house. Jessica talks about Chris cussing her out at elimination, and Morier is like, I'm so disappointed and shocked that, about the disrespect towards the Black woman. You know how, Morier feels. And basically tells her, well, basically now you know who said it, so I don't have to feel like I'm being a snitch. And she's like, well, yeah, I already know who said it. And then, they get into this conversation that Nels was talking about earlier, where he asked or on a scale of 1 to 10 where they're at, and she says a 10. She lies and says a 10 and says that she doesn't think there's anything that they can't work through, although she already knows she has no plans to move to Africa, and he's made it very clear that he's working on dual citizenship or the spirituality thing.
Or the kids. It's giving shit.
Right, right.
But he says that he does appreciate her. He appreciates the woman that she is. A effing liar, apparently. Now Lee, she sets up a meeting with Tommy in another one of these infamous red dresses. Okay. Lee is doing it.
You gonna mess around and get Tommy in trouble.
In trouble. Shut down. Okay. She let him know that she was really
Look, maybe
connected.
that's why he in Italy with his wife now to make up for all them looks that he done gave you. Go ahead.
Imagine what was off camera. So she let him know that she was really connected with Quentin, and she was looking forward to see how things turned out at the getaway. And she said she even gave him a little cheat code, but he decided to spend all his time with Janelle.
I mean, you gave him a cheat code. You left the door open and he didn't go in.
Leave the door. No, he sure enough didn't. He didn't even step outside his door. To walk down the hallway and contemplate going in her door. Then she said that she doesn't know if, he was trying to play her or not by saying that they have similarities and they're really polar opposites. I understand why you felt like that was a dig, girl. I understand. Because Janelle is cute, but she get on my goddamn nerves. Okay. And she said whoever she dates needs to make her feel like the one. Okay. And she's given all she could to open up in this process. That was that. So then the guys met up in the gentleman's lounge. Phil said that his family respects Aries as a businesswoman and a mom, but they really tuned in most their concerns about Aries with her addressing stability because it keeps on coming up. That wasn't really their concern, sir. That was yours. He said that he noticed that she pulled back, and he thinks, it surrounds the passing of her father and someone she dealt with long ago, and it has nothing to do with him. So
no, because Tommy was like, so she's talking about finances.
So you think it's wrong that she wants to make sure you're stable? You think it's wrong that she's learned from her mistakes in the past and she doesn't want to make them again in the future? That's her problem. Her problem is she's grown. You need like a 20-year-old who don't give a damn about what you got in your bank or your assets. Okay?
I was going to say, maybe that's why him and Kat didn't go no further. Because she care.
Exactly.
She care.
She care. Mario says that his cousins really like both of the ladies, but they were leaning more towards Kat. Quentin says that his cousins like both of the ladies, but he did notice that he and Janelle are more comfortable in each other's spaces. But then he was also reminded how amazing Lee was when they went out on their one-on-one date. So Tommy's like, well, I met with her, right?
About
I
that.
met with Lee. And she felt that, that they had a solid connection. But lately, his time and attention has solely been focused on Janelle. And she don't want to be second choice. So she felt that it was best to end her journey. And Q is shocked and disappointed because, he says that they still do have a connection and he wanted to see it through the process. But she made her
So you
decision.
could leave her at the end of the bridge.
Exactly.
My good girl said, "You're not gonna play me."
Not I.
Not
this bombshell.
Not on Beyonce's TV. No, we're not.
So Tommy, added a little twist. He said that he wants these questions answered. So nobody will be going home because they already had a self-elimination. And that was that on that.
Well, Shade Squad and all of our new viewers that have joined us, please, 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 if you have not, please make sure you hit the like button.
Only if you have not.
Only if you haven't already.
Okay. Comments that you can do multiple times.
And subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And yes, please make sure you're hitting the notification bell because we are going live a lot more.
We out here.
We out here in these live streets, and we want y'all to join us so we can have a conversation about these shows, a live conversation to go back and forth and give our thoughts and get y'all opinions as well. But please make sure you also leave your comments in the playback, as we know this is a recording. But yes, guys, we appreciate you, love you, and appreciate the support. We love to see the growth, and we want to keep it up, guys. So let's keep growing and glowing. Love you, and we'll catch you sometime next week for another review of Ready to Love. Bye-bye.
Good night.